You. Stop what you're doing and listen. It's Dylan and Ross Save Sports, Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network, full screen me. Not anymore. Now it's Dylan. Hey, Dylan, how's it going? We got Dylan Sanders in the house, as always, at Dilly Sanders on Twitter. Myself, Ross Jackson, at Ross Jackson Nola on Twitter. Make sure you follow Full Press Radio at Full Press Radio and check out fullpresscoverage.com as well. Dylan, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Ross. Ross, I'm doing good.
Good, man. I'm glad to hear it.
No, I've been good. I made ramen last night from scratch.
Like the noodles from scratch, or you had the noodles and you made other stuff?
Everything else.
How'd it go?
I count it. It was delicious. I still count it, Ross. I still had to make the broth and all that.
No, you're absolutely. I was just wondering how from scratch you were discussing.
I've been saying mostly from scratch.
Yeah,
but
that's great.
It was delicious.
That's awesome.
Learning how to make ramen is a great skill,
particularly in the summer months. It's gonna come in handy in the winter months, right? Get it done. Learn it now, so you don't learn it later. Like perfect it, all that stuff.
Listen, ramen's delicious. Ramen's delicious year round.
It is delicious,
especially during the winter months, though.
Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
It's real cold in Louisiana right now, Ross.
Is it?
No.
Didn't think so.
No, it's actually right now. It's 77.
That's kind of where we are too. Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
The temperature right now is 82 degrees.
Never mind. It was 77 earlier though. This is like the hot part of the day.
Okay, Google.
Now. Nope.
What's the temperature right now?
Headphones. Oh, it's 77 degrees. The temperature outside right now is 77 degrees.
Hey Alexa, what's the weather right now? Hey Siri.
Hashtag ads. Hey Kyle.
Siri. What's the weather right now?
Yikes. No one likes to talk to you, Dylan.
No.
This is very sad. Kyle, no, 82
is my
degrees.
Mic not picking them up because they're all talking at the same time. It's
are
they? It's really loud in my room right now.
No, it's not picking up at all on your microphone.
It's really annoying and loud in my room right now.
That makes me feel a lot better because I was just like, dang, like none of his devices are listening to him at all.
But there's so many. There were so many talking.
Do you have a Google Home too?
Yeah, right there.
Nice. Why do you have Google and Alexa?
And I have a Google Mini that's in a box somewhere. I got the Alexa for free, and I use that to listen to my music at night.
Right.
And our house is like run by Google. Google stuff.
Got it. That makes sense.
What's
90 in Minnesota? My goodness.
It's raining right now. TK. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Yesterday it was in triple digits. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Kyle is still banned from the TV from being on the screen for 8 days. But TK is not. TK, how you doing? Just shove it in Kyle's face.
Kyle mentioned 82 being on fire. 82 is like perfect for me. Anything below 80 is too damn cold. 80 to 100, I'm perfectly happy. And through most hundreds, I'm actually perfectly okay too. Mm-hmm. Like I fare well in hot weather. I'm fine with that.
I say Kyle. Hello. Ross, do you have a favorite thing from Twitter?
My favorite thing from Twitter today has been Glassmeyer.
Ben Glassmeyer.
That is being an absolute unit today with the memes. That's all I'm going to say. If people want to know more, they can find out more. But absolute unit with the memes today. What about you?
Ross, we've talked about it this series. The James Harden and Giannis not being friends.
Uh-huh.
And we finally got to see a little bit of that come to fruition last night. If you saw the clip, have you seen this clip?
Uh-huh, but please share.
Ross, you're supposed to say no. It's an old radio trick.
I know. I wanted to ruin it. Because that's also an old radio trick.
During the playoffs. Antetokounmpo, the two-time MVP.
See, I think this takes so long like his routine, and interestingly, watching him pregame, he doesn't do it consistently.
During the playoff.
James Harden literally just like throwing his hands in the air and walking away while Giannis goes through that ridiculous free throw. It is a little ridiculous, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a little ridiculous.
It's a little much for me,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But, what are you going to do? Other
Teach their
than,
own. Different strokes, different folks. Say a lot.
And it's obviously not helping him. He still is terrible at shooting free throws. So.
Maybe change the routine.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those first fake shots would actually
go in.
Do better. Kyle wants to know as if the Bucks win Game 7. Nope. Suspension will not end early. Clearly, apparently.
Well, the Bucks aren't going to win Game 7. James Harden's going to lead the Nets to the promised land. 40 bomb for James Harden.
All right. Well, and just to be clear, if he scores 39, you're still right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you can't do your free throw routine in 10 seconds, get a new one. That's absolutely right.
I would agree.
Absolutely right.
Ross, do you have a performance of the day?
Performance of the day today.
Ben Glassmeyer still?
Oh, yes, I do have a performance of the day today, but I need a moment to find it again. I think I would just remember it. I think it's Katrina Young, if I remember correctly. Yes, Katrina Young, Olympic diver who was springboard or platform diver, who was down big time with only 3 dives to go. To qualify for the Olympics, down in 4th place at one point, 3rd place at another, and essentially needed 3 perfect dives in order to get herself back in out of the 6 that you get, in order to get herself back into 1st place and qualify for the Olympics, and absolutely nailed it. Came in absolutely clutch and knocked down all 3 in a row. So I think that was earlier on in the week, but it's a performance that I wanted to make sure that I shouted out before the week was out. So Katrina Young, who qualified for the Olympics, will be seeing her platform in the Olympics this year. And I have another one too, but I'll need a moment for that one. Do you have another one?
Nothing that really jumps off to me. Jumps off the screen to me. Chris Middleton. I'll give Chris Middleton a shout out.
Oh yeah.
Last night, 38 points in a route to beat the Nets. Can Joe Harris do something, please? Because that's their only answer to the Chris Middleton shooting is Joe Harris, and Joe Harris has done jack diddly.
Yeah.
Kyle, if the Nets win, I will show mercy and end your ban.
There you go.
But if the Bucks win, you're banned for 10 more days.
There you go.
I don't make the rules. Except I do. I do make the rules.
All right, I found the other one that I wanted. Katie Ledecky, Ledecky, won the 200-meter and the historic 15-meter free in the qualifiers as well, because this will be the first time that women will be competing in the 1,500 meters, and she was very excited about that. They asked her how significant it was to be able to compete in the 1,500 meter, and she responded, "It's about time." Perfect.
That is as good of an answer as she could give.
Yep. So it was awesome. So excited for them. Big time excited. Where he said he's been rooting for the Bucks, but worth it if they win to get his on-screen ban lifted.
All right. Well, no. Well, it is worth it. It's worth it to extend it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Russ, what's going on tonight in sports?
Well, we have 2 games tonight. We'll have the Western Conference, one of the only remaining Western Conference bout that's been going on. Utah looking to tie up the series against the Los Angeles Clippers. Los Angeles Clippers performing not suspiciously, but surprisingly well after losing Kawhi Leonard. But the Jazz are favored -1 according to BetOnline.ag, -2 for Pick Center over at ESPN to extend this series to 7 games. And then we have the Philadelphia 76ers and the Atlanta Hawks. The Sixers looking to even up that series and force a Game 7 as well. In this one, the Sixers favored -3 on the road. This will be in Atlanta. Atlanta right now leading that series 3-2. Now, you asked me before we went live, but I'm going to ask you here. Do you think that both of these can extend to a Game 7? Well, they can extend to a Game 7. Will either or both of these extend to a Game 7 tonight?
I have the Hawks winning tonight.
Ooh.
And
Okay,
I have
we'll come back to that.
the Jazz winning tonight. Because
Okay.
I really don't know if you can count on getting Philadelphia 76ers, yes. I don't think that you can count on getting an 37 from Paul George, 22 from Reggie Jackson, and 25 from Marcus Morris again.
Right.
And then still only beat the Jazz by 8 points.
Right. Yeah, that's I'm absolutely on that same line with you there.
To be fair, though, they did only get 13 points from their bench. Mm-hmm. So if they could, counteract that, maybe. But
Yeah, like you don't get you don't get 20s out of the other two players there, but you get into the teens, but then you get into the 25 to 30 area from the bench. Then maybe. But
It
how
could be a
often
balance.
does that Nets bench score?
The
heavily?
Clippers bench, you
Or
mean?
Clippers bench score heavily.
It's Rondo, Beverly, Luke Kennard, and Ivica Zubats. They could
So Kennard's
scrounge.
yeah.
You need a
could.
Kennard to have a good night. And Rondo, playoff Rondo is playoff Rondo. Let's give Rondo some respect.
Sure.
In their other win, let's go look back at an older game and see. In their other win, Luke Kennard scored 8, Zubac scored 8, and Rondo didn't play.
Well, there's your winning formula right there. 8 from Zubats, 8 from Kennard. Don't put Rondo on the floor. Mm-hmm. No, but yeah, I mean, you're right. Like if you can counteract that somehow or another. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, TK. TK says 20 max out of those players. That's kind of where I am too. But I guess if you get that and then you get a decent night from, Reggie Jackson, and then, maybe somebody else slips off a little bit, like Markieff Morris doesn't score 22, but he scores, 15, then you're kind of still in the same boat. So it could happen. But again, I just see Utah as a much better team at this point, and I can't trust Paul George. And I think that's really the big key, right? Are you going to get 37 from Paul George again? Mm-hmm. Right? And I think that's kind of where this all kind of starts and ends for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, and the answer is no.
Right. Then, I mean, at that point, you've given up like 5 first-round picks for two first-round wins, and that's it.
Because Kawhi got to walk.
Kawhi's got to go. Like, it's not happening. It's not working. And if the Sixers get knocked out, do we start asking big questions? Well, let me rephrase this, because people are already asking big questions about Doc Rivers, but do the questions about Doc Rivers become valid?
I think they were already valid because we've been talking about how the Clippers have wasted everything. Who was the coach before this 1 year?
Exactly. Yeah. Where you had consistent fallout there too. So,
But the question is, okay, Russ, if the 76ers lose tonight, do we see Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid play together again?
oh, that's a good one.
Could we see? I would like to see. You know what I would like to see, Russ? I would like to see CJ McCollum and Ben Simmons swap teams. Let Ben Simmons play more of like a small forward stretch 4 with Damian Lillard, and then let CJ get buckets for the 76ers.
I like that. I like that a lot. And then you have another facilitator there for guys like Tobias Harris and Joel. Like I think that's a good idea.
Let them swap. See what that happens. See how that works out.
It's a good spot. Do you think that in that case, give him an actual point guard? Yeah, exactly. And I think you would get that with McCollum probably, at least better than what you've got right now. If the 76ers get eliminated, does Doc Rivers get another shot with that team?
I mean, probably just because it's been 1 year, and that's a lot of money to spend on 1 year.
We've seen it elsewhere. But no, I think he would too. I really do. Like, I think he would too. Because I think that there would be maybe an inclination to
But
say
also,
now,
Doc and Daryl Morey are friends.
right. And I think that there would be an inclination to say, let Doc try with his roster. Right, as opposed to the roster that was built and that he inherited. Which he mostly worked to keep around. So I would imagine that there would be some interest in looking at that.
What is... I don't know. I'm just ready for the draft. I'm ready for the draft.
You're very close. I mean, you get the...
I'm ready for the lottery.
Yeah, you're 4 days away from the lottery. And
I'm
that's
really
big
just,
for the-
I'm just
for
really
the
just
Rockets.
nervous to see how that works and where that goes.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm just nervous. I'm nervous. I'll say that. I'll say
Yeah.
that much.
Understandably so. I mean, like, this is big for the Rockets, right? Like, if the Rockets fall all the way out to, what is it, 18 they could fall to?
If it's not a top 4 pick, it's the 18th pick.
Yeah, like, that sucks. Like, that's terrible. And in that case, like, that's a franchise that's in perhaps some trouble. There you go.
Oh, and shout out to Chicago.
Good
Making them
vibes.
jump.
There you go. Good vibes.
Good vibes. Good vibes. Oh,
Worse vibes.
worse vibes. Okay vibes. This
Fine vibes.
Jalen Suggs vibes.
I like how New Orleans just
Jalen
stays
Green
at 10
vibes.
and just, like, never moves.
Let's see how long it takes to get a New Orleans move up. It's not looking good for Houston. I mean, not looking good for New Orleans. Sheesh.
Yep. Hanging
You know what
around.
that means? It's there we go.
There we go. Pick number 3 overall. Book it.
Book it. And Minnesota getting number 1 again. I've been more liking Evan Mobley a lot.
Evan Mobley's really good, man. Like,
I'd be fine with the 2nd overall pick in the NBA draft, Ross. I won't complain. But no, I'm liking Evan Mobley a lot. I think he is ideal for the prototypical center.
yeah, there you go.
Because
Raptors at 4.
he's big, he's huge, but he's got the size of Joel Embiid, at least like lengthwise, maybe not bulk wise, but he's got the speed of like a Bam Adebayo
Yeah.
and maneuverability as a Bam Adebayo.
Let me go and see. We did a Tankathon mock draft over at Locked On NBA the other day, and somehow or another, Mobley ended up falling to the Raptors at pick 4.
Well, that'll never happen.
But it was just the way that it kind of all...
I think it's got to be Cunningham and Mobley 1 and 2.
I mean, there's potential. So it was Oh, wow. The top 4 in this were Pistons, Pelicans, Magic, Raptors
I don't like that.
for this one. I need to see who Jake took with...
Oh,
With
Evan
the
Mobley
pick.
would be so fun. Although they kind of do need a point guard, I guess. I could see them going Suggs or Green.
I'll watch this afterwards. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could happen, but yeah, I know the Raptors could use a big though, and an athletic big at that. Mm-hmm. Somebody that can stretch.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But no, I'm just excited. I'm ready for the draft to start. That's where I'm at as a Rockets fan. I feel like a Pelicans fan. I'm ready.
We're all just ready to move ahead. Everybody's just ready to move forward at this point.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Mainly because I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. But I just need to stop thinking about it because in a year or two, Luka Doncic will be on the Houston Rockets and all will be fine in the world. Well, I know it'll never happen, but if it does, I'm going to be reckless.
I'm sure. But I mean, like you have to at least try to speak it into existence, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to at least go that far.
Like, go ahead, give Luka a shot on the Pelicans. It'll feel good. Just say that he'll be on the Pelicans. It feels good,
I mean, Luka will probably be on the Pelicans. That does feel good.
right?
Does feel pretty good. Not gonna lie. I think it feels more far fetched for me than it does for you, though.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Steven Silas connection, so it's all good.
Right. I want to go back to, you mentioned Atlanta wrapping up the series tonight. So if Atlanta wins, they advance to the Eastern Conference Finals.
When Atlanta wins,
When Atlanta wins, they.
I'm locking it in tonight, Ross.
If Atlanta wins, and they'll
When
move on
Atlanta
to the Eastern
wins.
Conference Finals. So, assuming that happens.
There's not a world where Atlanta does not move on tonight.
I can't tell if you're trying to jinx Atlanta or if you're just really confident in Atlanta. Both
The
are
world
fine.
will-
No one will know.
The world will know after the decision is made, so I can pick the right side.
It's the best way to hedge a bet is just ambiguity right down the middle. Right down the middle. What has to go right for Atlanta?
Trae Young needs to get to the free throw line. Ben Simmons needs to get to the free throw line.
Okay, wait. So the Hack a Ben thing.
Oh, it's real.
Ben Simmons said that the Hack a Ben thing won't last long, but I doubt it.
I have a sneaking suspicion that if it's a close game towards the end, Ben Simmons is about to be going to the free throw line. I mean, Ross, he went 4 from 14 from the free throw line in a game 5.
Including missing like a large portion of his last few, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had to have listened to make
Right. But didn't he
missing 10
go
overall.
like? Yeah. Didn't he go like?
And
I
he
don't know.
went, and he only attempted 1 field goal in the second half of that game.
That was the other part that was wild. Like I
root for Ben Simmons. He went to LSU, so I root for Ben Simmons. But man, come on, you could be so much better than you are. I think it's just the way he plays.
Yeah.
I feel like he should be a small forward.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why you think that the fit in Portland would make sense. Because he could play that stretch 4.
Well, I can tell you this much: if Cade Cunningham comes with Rockets, he's going to be playing a 3. He's going to be a 3. He's not going to be the point guard, I don't think.
I love how excited you are about the mock. About the lottery. To where, like, we immediately went from talking about Ben Simmons to Cade Cunningham.
Well, I'm just saying
And his fit with the Rockets.
it-
No, I
it
love
fits
it. I love it.
It fits the same.
Yeah.
Simmons is just bad. You shut your mouth. No player from LSU has ever been bad. He is being mishandled.
Well, I just want to clarify that I heard the words correctly. No player from LSU has ever been bad.
Yeah, they've
is what I
all
just
been.
heard.
It's all been management's fault for every LSU player, even Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell, Zach Mettenberger in Tennessee.
He was a god.
He was
did
so
not
good
get-
at LSU, yo. It was wild how good he was at LSU.
Oh man.
That was like the last good quarterback before Joe Burrow, right?
No, I'd say even still.
Jeez.
I really think that LSU needs to go back to the days of Jordan Jefferson and Jarrett Lee sharing snaps.
No, they don't. They tried that last year. It was Max
Right.
Johnson and TJ Finley.
Remember that infamous Jordan Jefferson fumble? The one that I just have to mention the fumble, and he had multiple fumbles, but there's one that I can mention.
The one.
There's one I can mention, and every LSU fan knows what I'm talking about.
Man. Who else?
Just never. Who else was that bad at pitching football?
I'm trying to think about like.
How can a quarterback not toss a football 2 inches?
I don't know, man. I was thinking about like plays that are so bad that you can just say the fumble, like that fumble. You know what I mean? Like when Aaron Brooks threw the ball backwards in 2005. and all that. You could say like the
Dan
fumble
Orlovsky
there.
running out of bounds.
Dan Orlovsky, yep, in the back of the end zone, right?
The sack, yeah.
The sack, There's like so many of those plays that you can just kind of like go and then one word.
The Tom Brady drop.
Yikes. Oh, by the way, the Madden cover released. It is indeed Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Shout out to everybody who thought it was going to be Tom Brady and Drew Brees. All you did was set yourself up for disappointment, and I don't understand why you did it.
I saw. We got a couple Alvin Kamara and Derrick Henrys.
What?
I don't know.
It was so clearly Tom Brady and Drew
Pat-
Brees. And Patrick Mahomes. When you and thanks to you pointed out that one of them was like a baby goat as opposed to a full-grown goat. Full-grown goat. Yeah, that's a word. Like that's. It was so
groat.
Full groat. It sounds gross. It was so clearly Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, easily, yeah.
I think so. Exciting stuff, though. They get coordinators back.
Yes, yeah, coordinators. The coordinators will have skill trees as they coaching trees as they're trying to not like point out the fact that these are all features that NCAA 14 had. They said,
Right.
"Oh, it's like coach skill trees in NCAA 14." He was like, "Oh, it's like God of War." Is how
Sure.
they described it. That's how they described it.
Sure.
Not the game that came out 7 years ago. That is a Madden staple. Is every year they add stuff that they had 10 years ago, and they're like, look at this new feature.
Right.
So annoying.
Very annoying. Very annoying.
It's going to be closer to the 2K. There's going to be like player health throughout the year.
Nice.
They have super fans. They said that there's going to be scouting and the draft is getting an overhaul, but it's not going to be week one. It's whenever the game drops. It's not going to. The overhaul is not going to be complete. They're going to release that update closer to when the season starts.
Okay.
Because they're like, we could have pushed it out to next year, but we want to get it out as early as possible. So the fans are just going to have to wait a couple weeks.
Which actually means we're running late.
Yep.
I'm gonna start. I like that excuse. Mm-hmm. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm just a couple weeks late," I'm gonna just say, "No, I'm actually a year early."
Mm-hmm. I could have pushed this off,
Right.
but I didn't.
But instead, I got it to you 2 weeks late.
Hey, Dylan, this is my mom and me.
go for
I'm
it.
gonna play both characters.
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan, did you do the dishes? I was like, oh, actually, I am a year early with the dishes.
Yeah. Like I was gonna wait and do them at Easter next year, but instead I'm gonna go ahead and get those done on Juneteenth
Yeah.
instead. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and get that done.
Then my
early.
mom would be like, "What's Juneteenth?"
I was just trying to think about like the closest holiday to where we are right now, and Juneteenth is the only one that comes to mind. It is also the closest holiday because it is tomorrow. Today is Juneteenth observed. Now that it is a national holiday, which is like one of the most gaslighting things I've ever heard in my entire life. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. But you know, it's all good. So happy Juneteenth. Happy Freedom Day tomorrow, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to celebrate it mightily.
Don't celebrate it too mightily, Dylan. Trust me. Get you in trouble. All right, let's step away for a break real quick. When we come back, I want to talk about the Kimball Walker trade that happened earlier today, and then we'll close out with some fun, as it is Fun Friday, after all.
Whoa!
Whoa! And we're going to talk about the historic run that the Arizona Diamondbacks are on this season. We'll talk about those as we continue on with today's episode. Dylan Ross Day Sports, Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network.
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 Oh, man. Fun Friday, Dylan. Whoa!
Oh, you good?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Fun Friday.
It's Fun Friday! It's Fun Friday! As I've learned, that doesn't actually make me sound further away. It just adjusts.
Yeah. You literally, like, it's cool. It's cool.
I could have my mic away from me right here, and it sounds the same, right?
Yeah, it just sounds like you're in a tunnel, but it sounds just as loud.
Yeah, like right now it sounds the same
Yeah, like you're in a
as
room.
it does right now. The same exact.
Yeah.
There's no difference in sound quality from right here to right here.
I mean, there's a difference in sound quality, but in terms of volume,
it's a radio trick.
Volume.
Ross. It's an old radio trick.
In terms of volume, it's the
It's
same.
an old radio trick, Ross. Please let me be.
Let me be.
What do you want to do? What do you want to have a game the second half hour?
Yeah. What fun thing should we? What fun thing should we do after the second half of the show?
Listen, it's Friday.
Woo,
everybody.
man! I got it.
It's Friday,
got it.
everybody.
I got through it. Took me a second, but I got through it.
I'm gonna post that clip on Twitter.
Oh yeah, good. You should.
I'd be like, "Hey guys, don't worry, Ross is human."
The moral of the story is never give up, kids. Never give up. Just keep trying. It's like that kid that was trying to say the whole thing about, I don't even know what he was trying to say, but he was like, you ever had a dream that you it's so good. Oh man. Kind of hurt my cheeks a little bit. Be laughing so hard. Laughing so hard.
What do you want to do for this second half hour, Ross? Huh?
I don't know. I'm sure we could find a bracket fight or something.
You want to do a bracket fight? But about what?
How about speech pathologist?
Let me see if they have that one. Nope.
No, not surprised.
I am surprised.
Really?
No.
Didn't think so.
Categories. Give me a category. Someone put a
Oh,
category.
I thought it was a bracket fight of categories.
Oh, let's do that.
What about one for board games?
Ooh.
That's something we haven't done before. Stay.
Okay,
That's something we haven't done
Ross.
before. All right, we're coming back. All right, everybody, we are back. Dylan and Ross Day Sports, Full Press coverage, Full Press Radio Network. Dylan, I don't know if you know this or not, but the Arizona Diamondbacks are on their way to making history.
Are they?
That's right. They have lost 14 home games in a row. And the record is, if I remember correctly, 24, 23, something like that. Mm-hmm. By the end of the season, they could be the new record holder for most away losses in a row in a single season.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to seeing how that goes. We'll keep you up to date on it as we go through. If you want to track it daily, Millard Thomas, Locked on Diamondbacks, great show.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. All right. So earlier today, Kimball Walker was traded from the Celtics to the Oklahoma City Thundies.
Mm-hmm.
It was Kimball Walker, the 16th overall selection in the 2021 draft, and a 2025 second round selection that went to Oklahoma City in exchange for Al Horford, Moses Brown, and a 2023 second round selection. This happened at let me see, the Woj tweet came out. It was 6:11 Pacific time. So 9 in the morning Eastern time, basically.
Good save, Ross. Good save.
Don't want to do that. Trying to be respectful in this. Trying to be respectful up in here.
It's the 20th anniversary coming up too, so
I know. Like it's.
You gotta be real careful about what you say, Ross.
Yeah, want to be respectful. How do you feel about this trade? Sending Kimball Walker to the Thundies. And Al Horford to the Celtics.
It really, honestly, I guess it's a means to an end, but did not really make a ton of sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's them offloading the contract, right? Like they sold a first round pick, 16th overall, to get rid of Kimball Walker's contract in a way.
Yeah.
And then they took the players that, you know.
I mean, they got Moses Brown. Moses Brown could be cool.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah. It felt like an offload for contracts for the most part for me. But excited to see what this, ends up meaning for Kemba Walker. I like Kemba Walker.
Teaming up with he's really just going back to the Hornets now, because the Thunder are a young, unproven team. But him and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander could be a fun little backcourt. Do you think the Thunder really? Do you think the Thunder missed having Chris Paul, so they're trying to recreate it with Kemba?
Could be.
How do you think Kemba feels about it?
Probably good.
He probably feels.
I think he's probably
about
okay
it.
with it. Yeah, he feels about it. The thing about Oklahoma City in this instance, though, is that they could potentially have 3 selections in the top 16.
Ooh,
with this,
we just got some good news, Ross.
Ooh,
Shohei Ohtani
oh,
will participate.
The
Shohei Ohtani will participate in the home run derby.
Let's go.
And it's at Coors Field this year.
Oh,
so ball's gonna be flying.
Yeah, a lot of home runs. A lot of home runs. That's great.
Yeah.
Is he the first? Is this the first time that this is happening?
What?
Is Shohei Ohtani who I think he is?
The pitcher?
Yes, pitcher. Okay, yeah. Is he the first pitcher to legitimately participate?
He is both a pitcher and
he's a big time hitter. Don't get me wrong.
He is also the front runner for the MVP. Let's
go.
So shout out to Shohei. It's him and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the race for AL MVP. I feel like he has to be the first two-way player to make it, right?
I think so.
Shout out to Shohei Ohtani for being iconic and forcing MLB to add a two-way player option to their game.
Yep. Shout out to the MLB for making some rule change that makes sense. Some provision that makes sense. No, I think that's great. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'm very happy about Shohei Ohtani being in the home run derby.
Me too. You think he wins it?
Maybe. It just depends on who else goes. I can't think of anyone else. I really hope Vlad Guerrero Jr. goes to the home run derby.
That'd be pretty dope to have both of them there.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Judge will not be there.
Right.
Jose Altuve is not going to be there, but has hit 8 home runs in the last 10 games. So shout out to him having his own little home run derby.
Yeah, for real. Just doing it on his own. I don't need your home run derby. I've got my home run derby.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle's very excited about Vladimir.
Vladdy! The Canadian bias. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I would do it too. Yeah, Ross. I'm excited. I'm excited for All-Star Weekend.
Me too. It'll be good stuff. I'm glad that we get it this year.
Mm-hmm. Anything else we need to talk about? Anything else crazy?
In the NFL, one quick note. Trey Turner, former LSU Tiger, former Carolina Panther, former Los Angeles Charger, 5-time Pro Bowler, just wrapped up his free agent visit with the Pittsburgh Steelers because he's still a free agent at the moment.
That is crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Mm-hmm.
There's a few that are kind of still surprising to me. Him, Melvin Ingram, Richard Sherman a little bit, KJ Wright. There's still some free agents out there that are pretty surprising to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's all for the NFL. I don't want to talk about vaccinations.
17 years ago today, Ross, the average Joes were 50-1 underdogs against Globo Gym. And won.
That average Joe's lineup was pretty average.
Yeah, it was sneaky good though.
Sneaky good.
Sneaky good.
Deceptively quick.
Deceptively quick, yes. I do want to talk about one thing. This was actually my favorite thing from Twitter, but I'm just now remembering it. It was someone who lost a fantasy football bet, finished last place in his league, and he had to. So this is the first tweet. I'm coming to you live from a Brandon, Mississippi Waffle House. I, a total loser, came in last place in my fantasy football league. As punishment, I have to spend 24 hours in Waffle House. Every waffle I eat shaves 1 hour off the clock.
Oh. So you mean to tell me that his punishment is eating 24 waffles?
Yes. Ross, I don't think you know how stressful that is. Or how much let's see, how long did he spend there? This was he started almost exactly 24 hours ago. Yeah, so he he shared his journey along with the world for hours and hours.
It's great.
I like this picture. 7 hours in. Being 7 hours into a Waffle House is a waffle.
That's
Waffle
pretty.
House waffle
That's,
is.
yeah, pretty terrible.
See, he left. Full of waffles but devoid of life. The staff left him alone to go on their smoke breaks. Let's see. Where did he? How long was he there? He left 9 hours ago at 7 a.m. So he was at Waffle House.
15 hours?
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Whoa.
eat more waffles, man.
Should have just eaten more waffles.
Do you think it was like a part of the thing where you had to eat syrup and syrup and butter with them every time? Because that would add to it.
Probably. Yeah, that's true.
That would add to it.
And maybe he only had to. Maybe he could only eat one at a time or something like that too.
Yeah, I don't know. How difficult do you think that was? It seemed pretty difficult. He did not seem to be having a good time.
Yeah,
I see
difficult.
syrup and butter right there. So he had to. Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's actually it's difficult. I also forget how big Waffle House waffles are.
Oh, whenever he tweeted out that he was on his last one, someone logged into the Touch Tunes there and played Homeward Bound.
Hilarious.
That's really good.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's it. That was one of my favorite things on Twitter. It was fun living the journey.
Yeah, that's great. Kyle, I think the idea would be that the overload of sugar and butter probably doesn't make it any easier than just eating the waffle.
I would say eating the waffles without syrup and butter would be not taste better, but it would be much easier on your body.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of sugar. Plus all the sugar that's in the waffle.
Mm-hmm. Because, they got about as much... Waffle House waffles are about as much bread as Subway bread is. What is going on in your house?
I don't know. I might die soon. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Well, while you prepare for death, Ross, do you want to go ahead and play our game?
Yeah, let's
I
do
could
it.
not find a good bracket fight, but I did find a good tier list
All right.
for best board games. There was not a good one. Let's see. Kyle is trying.
Very much a fan.
Kyle's trying to suck up and get his time taken away. And you know what? This one will work. It worked.
Look at Dylan. You're so smart.
Look at that. That's the first thing Kyle has said in days. All right, let me just get a quick retweet, and I think we're choosing one this time that is harder for people to get really upset about.
Right. There's no Chick-fil-A on this one.
There's no Chick-fil-A, but we're gonna do a board game tier list.
All right.
A board game tier list. Let's go with it, Ross. I think this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Now I've never played a board game.
Huh?
I'm just joking.
I was gonna say. Oh, then why was this your idea?
I don't know. I have one of those. I have like a Clue.
Oh, I thought you were grabbing it. So
It's under a bunch of stuff. I have like a Clue game that is a book, and then you open the book up, and then it becomes the playing board and all this stuff. It's pretty cool.
All right, let's start off with the classic bingo.
Bingo. Solid B for me.
B for bingo.
I don't ever like seek out doing it, but I've had fun when I've done it. Mm-hmm. And we do it every week over at Canal Street Chronicles. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do a little Saints bingo.
You know how we do.
You know how we do.
Let's see. Some of these are going to be hard to see. Is this Yahtzee? They have Yahtzee down here? It does not seem that they have Yahtzee. So as of now, no, yeah, here's Yahtzee.
All right.
I don't know what that is. Yahtzee, that's an A for me.
That's an A game. I love that game.
I love Yahtzee.
That's fun.
Monopoly Deal. Have you ever played that?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever played Ticket to Ride?
No.
I haven't played any of these. Exploding Kittens. That's an A.
That's an A. That's a fun one.
It's funny, you know. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't know what this is. There's some of these. Othello. Did you ever play Othello?
I've never played Othello.
I remember playing as a kid, and it was really boring.
Like a 5-act Shakespeare by any chance?
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase is fun. I like catchphrase.
Or you put in catchphrase.
A or B, depending on where you feel.
I was say close to a B.
Okay.
Mancala.
Listen. I'm all about Mancala. I won a Mancala tournament in 3rd grade. I got a certificate for it. It's gone. But I do like that game. I would say C.
C for Mancala. Parcheesi.
I never played Parcheesi.
Me neither.
But add that to the list of things that sounds problematic, but isn't.
Gestures, never played. Wits and Wagers, never played.
Charades.
Charades. How do you feel about charades?
Listen, I like guessing charades. I don't like acting out the charades.
Yeah, that is fair.
I'm pretty bad at them, but I would say B probably.
B.
It's a fun game.
Cards Against Humanity. Cards Against Humanity. It's fun for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay.
I would really call it like a B or a C for me. I don't really get excited about Cards Against Humanity.
I'm going C. It's really fun for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after that, it goes whoop.
Yeah, it declines very quickly. Have you played Code Word?
Code Names, you mean?
Or Code Names, yeah.
I haven't. Have you?
Yeah.
Where would you put it?
Probably C.
C. Okay. Boggle. Have you ever played Boggle?
I've not played Boggle.
All right. Can I make my case for Uno being the first S tier?
You can, but I completely agree with you.
Uno, it's so fun. It has the arguments. It has the quick. It's quick to play a game. It's fun. The rules are confusing. That's a key component to a board game. No one can really fully understand the rules of a board game, or else your board game is boring.
Yep.
Uno has all of it. I love Uno. Uno is probably my favorite board game.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Jumanji. Did you ever actually play Jumanji?
I did play Jumanji. I like Jumanji.
I played it once a long time ago. I don't remember enough to say. Where would you put it?
B.
A B for Jumanji. Scrabble is an A.
Scrabble's an A for me too. Nerd game, but I love it.
Yeah, same.
Nerd game, and I love it.
Monopoly Texans tier.
It's not worth it. It's not worth anybody's time.
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Chess.
Wait.
Or wait, where?
Trivial Pursuit.
Right here. Yes.
Yeah. What do you think about Trivial Pursuit?
I like it. I like trivia. I'm terrible at trivia though.
I'm bad at it, but I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know
kinda
why.
feel that.
I would go B, maybe.
It's always stuff that I know, but like as soon as I'm in, there we go. Kyle really likes the choices that we've made. Great choice, Ellen. Brilliant. Scrabble is arguably an S. Ross, do you have a feeling about Scrabble being an S?
I'm happy to make it an S. It's one of my favorite games. Like, it's a game that I will play anytime.
That's true. I do like it more than Yahtzee and Exploding Kittens. So let's do it.
That's fair.
Let's do it. Anything else over here, Block? I don't know the name of this.
I don't remember the name of that. I have played it before. I was going to say something that might be offensive, so I'm just not. But like that's what it was colloquially called, right? Like,
I don't remember the name. I don't even know it.
let's just move on. Not worth it. Chess, I think, would be the next one that I can identify.
Kyle really likes chess.
I like chess. It's probably an A for me. It would be an S if I at any point in my life got better at it, but it's definitely an A. But we could put it at S if you feel S.
Oh, I'm thinking B or I was thinking closer. I just don't get it.
Great, then let's do it at A because I could argue S for chess because I do like it, but with you being a B or a C, then it would come down to an A.
Connect 4.
Connect 4 is so rudimentary.
It is, but it's a classic.
It's a classic. I don't know. It's a C or a B for me.
Okay, I'll go C. It's fun, but it is a classic. Let's see. Operation. That game pisses me off, man. Pissed me off. That's all it ever was good for.
There you go.
Kerplunk. You ever play Kerplunk?
No. Did you?
I don't remember it enough. I have played it before, though.
Gotcha.
Jenga.
Jenga's okay. I don't know if I consider Jenga a board game more than I just consider it an activity.
I'd say it's close. It's on par with Connect 4.
Okay. That makes sense.
Guess Who? That's either an A or S for me.
Yeah, I was
Guess
going A for Guess Who. Guess Who's too easy to like as an adult. It's too easy to play now.
Mm-hmm. But that's why you have to do vague. You have to be vague about like. There's ways to make it more fun.
But the more vague you are,
but there's ways
better.
to play. I've played it before where it was like, would this person cut you in the coffee line, in the line of the coffee shop?
That's hysterical. That's really funny.
I've played that before, and in Ross, it gets hilarious.
I've never played it that way. We'll have to play it that way because that's
it'd be like, would you see this person arguing at a restaurant with the staff?
Oh,
and so it's stuff like that. So
yeah.
that is a really, really fun way to put.
That's fun. Okay.
It's a really fun way to play
it. That makes me feel better about it.
All right, but yeah, it's an A. It's one of my favorite games, especially as a kid. I loved it as a kid.
Yeah, it was great.
But I've adjusted. Trouble.
Never played it. I remember the commercial and the theme song.
I was gonna say Trouble is goated just because it has the best. I would say the best marketing of any board game.
Wait till your father gets home.
But I'm putting in a C tier.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see. Sorry.
Sorry was okay.
Yeah.
I'm
thinking C.
C's good. It's like up there. It's right there with Trouble for me.
Yeah. Let's see.
Twister has no place in today's society.
No, Twister's weird. Twister's weird, man.
Yeah. Once while I was in grad school, there was a guy who was doing a prank video on campus, and unbeknownst to us as we walked by, and it was me and a group of other people, and like maybe 2 or 3 more people, and he walked up and he was like, "Hey, do you guys want to play Twister?" And I just went along with it, and I was like, "Yeah, I want to play Twister." And he didn't expect anyone to say yes, and so I started like trying to gather information from him about like what should I wear, like all these things, until he was finally broke and was like, "It's a prank show thing." It's up, but
what a stupid prank!
I know, it was like this is not a good prank. Like this doesn't make me uncomfortable. This just makes me want to play along.
Yeah. I can't even remember the difference between Trouble and Sorry. Trouble has a little bubble that you go whoop, and it rolls the dice for you. That's all I remember about Trouble.
Wasn't that Sorry that had that?
No, then I have no clue what the two are.
No, you might be right. No, Trouble might be the one that has that.
Look, it's got the little bubble right there. The Trouble bubble.
Trouble bubble. Yeah, that makes sense.
Battleship, that's an A for me.
That's A. That's great.
I love Battleship. Iconic. Axis and Allies.
Never played that one.
I don't like it.
Okay. I see Settlers of Catan, which is an easy Texans tier for me.
Wow, you hate Catan.
I despise that game.
Wow.
Like, strong dislike for
I've
that
only
game.
played it once, but I really liked it when I played it.
Yeah. You can go, go wherever you want to put it,
I'm down to go D.
but, I'm just not a fan of that game.
I don't think it's Texans tier. I'm down to go T.
Um,
Well, what's the difference between Settlers of Catan and Catan?
I don't know. They're both crap as far as I'm concerned. We've got apples and apples, or apples to apples. I can't remember. It's like the kids version of
Yeah.
Cards Against Humanity.
I'll put it right next to it because you
Yeah.
know what? It's probably
I like
about
it.
the same.
Yeah, I like apples to apples. Clue.
Clue. I liked Clue.
Clue's one of my favorites.
You want to go A?
A or S, one of the two.
A or S? I'm not. I'll go.
All right, that works. A's fine. A's fine. I won't push my luck. I won't push my luck.
Poker. I'd say right below.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like poker. What is the other one that I saw there that I liked? Oh, checkers is on there too. How do you feel about checkers as opposed to chess? All
Below.
right.
No, I'd say right there.
All right, that'll work.
Yeah. I might put.
I'm not gonna be mad at you if you put poker and A or S. I'm not gonna be mad at you in either one.
I'm thinking about it. I kind of like poker a lot.
I'm down. That's great. I love poker.
Awesome. We need to play some board games next time.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. Ooh, I didn't expect to see Cranium. Cranium.
Oh,
Have you ever played Cranium? Ron?
I have played Cranium.
I loved Cranium.
I like Cranium too.
I loved it. I'm thinking A.
That's great. A is cool for me. What about Risk?
Where do you think? I feel like if you don't like Catan, you can't like Risk or Axis and Allies. I feel
That's
like
how
all
I
the same.
feel. That's
I
how
think they're
feel.
all the same game.
Yeah.
Let's see. Life, the game of Life is a solid B. It just takes
Mm-hmm.
a long time.
Yeah, it's long.
Categories. We played this a lot as a kid too.
I like categories.
I'm
A or a B. I'm fine with either one.
gonna go A.
Is Candyland not on here?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it is. Which is crazy.
Trash.
I like Candyland.
Me too. I'm surprised it's not on there. Have you played Munchkin?
I have not played Munchkin.
Munchkin's pretty cool. It's like an RPG board game, card game, basically.
Interesting.
It's cool. I like it.
Is this Shoots and Ladders?
That is Shoots and Ladders. Or is that... No, that's
That's
Mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
That's Mousetrap.
Mousetrap is low for me because it's way too much to clean up.
It's
And I
so
lost
hard.
immediately.
Yeah, and you lose all the pieces that you can't play. You lose one piece and you can't play that damn game anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not worth it.
Did you throw Munchkin A or B?
I'll go B for Munchkin.
It would be.
I've not played the Oregon Trail board game.
Me neither. I can't believe they don't have Candyland. Here.
Gotta be on here somewhere, right? Have you played? Have you played Boggle?
Oh, this is House on the Hill.
Uh-huh.
That's close to S for me. House on the Hill.
I've never even heard of that one.
House on the Hill is awesome. It's like so basically 4 of your people are trying to survive in this house, and then one person is like a killer.
Oh,
And-
it's one of those. Okay.
Yeah, but the killer doesn't know what you have to do to win, and you don't know what the killer has to do to win, because there's like a bunch of different scenarios based on who rolls first or whatever. Blah 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 blah. There's like a bunch of different scenarios that you can go through. So you don't know. The killer doesn't know like your parameters that you have to fill
Yeah.
to win. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you build up the board as you go.
Love it.
It's cool. You like start in 1 square and you can end up with like 40 squares.
I love it.
It's fun.
I want to try it.
I'll
Kyle,
move it
thanks
down
so
to
much,
A because
man.
it's not like a classic,
All right.
but it's really good.
Works for me. Kyle, thanks so much, man. Kyle said Munchkin, he would give an A. I'm cool with keeping it at B just because like you haven't played it yet. He said he sees Blockus, which should be an A or an S.
Never heard of it.
Me either. And then I had the same question about whether or not like poker should be considered a board game when it is clearly a card game.
I think
Much like
I think,
Uno, though. But I think it's more like it's just games,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm just really shocked that there's no
Yeah. There's no Candyland.
Candyland.
Well, maybe when you tweet it out, maybe just place Candyland with the tweet or something.
Yeah. Where would you put Candyland?
Either, I mean, I'd probably put Candyland in like B. B or A. Either one's fine with me.
Let's see, I think we should put categories in B right next to charades, like with charades in them.
Sure.
I feel like they're the same. It's like the same vibe I get.
Cool. This is good. I'm down with this.
You like this list?
Yeah, I'm a fan of this.
All right. All right.
Here's
Cool deal. What?
no, you didn't like Clue as an S, right?
I wasn't a Clue as an S, but I'm not against it.
No, it's okay. It's both of
I
us.
was thinking Yahtzee as an S, maybe.
Yahtzee is an S?
Or let's see.
Yahtzee and Clue are the only two I could look at and say, oh yeah, those could be S's. But I'm also fine with just keeping S pretty exclusive here.
I think we're good. I think we're
Yeah.
good with this.
I think that works. All right, dope. All right, everybody.
We did it.
We did it. There we go. There's our, I don't want to call it a board game tier list because there are card games in there, but, fun game tier list to wrap up our Fun Friday. We'll be back on
Table
Monday.
game.
Table game for our Fun Friday. We will be back Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern talking a bit more about the NBA playoffs. Hopefully for Chris Paul's sake, the Western Conference games go to a Game 7 on Tuesday because we'll be able to preview that series coming to an end and giving Chris Paul an opportunity to maybe get back before the series begins, or at least as early in the series as possible. Dylan, would you say we save sports today?
We saved Uno.
We did save Uno. That's very true. Did we learn anything today?
That neither of us know how to speak the English language.
That's very true. It's very true. We had a lot of trouble
Saved
today.
games, sports games. So you saved games and sports are games. So you saved sports. Good job, Ross and Dylan. He put my name in all caps.
put all caps, man.
All caps,
Yeah.
and a bunch of saying, you know what, Kyle? Kyle's found out his way how to get on the screen. And you know what? I'm fine with it.
We will see everybody on Monday as Kyle continues to work his way through his 10-day suspension. And as Dylan gets closer and closer to the excitement of the NBA
Or the
lottery.
dread.
Or the
More
dread
like
of the NBA lottery. So we'll have more coming up all throughout the week next week, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you then.